Welcome back to the show. Celebrity fitness trainer and author Bob Harper has made a career training others to get healthy. Last February, his world was turned upside down following a massive heart attack. In honor of National Heart Health Awareness Month, he wants to talk with you and help you raise awareness. Bob joins us live by satellite this morning from New York City, along with Dr. Warren Wexelman, the president of the American Heart Association in Brooklyn, and we welcome them to Virginia this morning. Gentlemen, it's great to see you this morning.
Hi, Jessica.
Thank you. Good morning.
Happy February. Happy Health Month, and it's a great time to be talking with you when this is all top of mind. Bob, this is such an amazing story. You never saw a heart attack coming.
Jessica, I went to that gym like I did every single day on a Sunday morning, and the next thing I knew, I woke up in a hospital 2 days later being told that I had a heart attack. I literally had that moment where I thought, do you have the right file? This could have never happened to me. It was eye-opening and super scary.
And even to this day, you probably look back and say, just like, oh, you're looking at the wrong file. How did that happen to me?
Exactly. You're exactly right, Jessica. I just never thought that anything like that would happen to me, and that's why it's so important for me to get people to really hear my story and also find out what your health is from the inside out, because I was so focused on the physicality, I needed to know more about what was going on the inside.
That's right. Dr. Wexelman, you interact with and experience so many folks who have this same story where they may not see it coming, but you really advocate, know the signs, know your numbers, and take matters into your own hands so that when the time comes, you can do something.
Well, you know, I think the biggest problem that we have is that patients always feel something that happens. Even Bob felt some things before his heart attack, but he just didn't put them together to make it sound like it was his heart. Everybody feels something. And I think the key that your listeners and viewers need to know is not to negate what they feel. If you feel something, you have to say something about it. And that's the doctor-patient relationship. If you deny your symptoms, if you keep them bottled up inside you, they can lead to such severe damage. So you have to be not afraid to sort of say, I don't feel well, help me.
And looking for that help. Bob, you know, this did take you by surprise. You came out of this, and then it was time for recovery and shifting gears. And being a fitness trainer, you really got back to work.
Yeah, I mean, my whole life changed. I mean, not only did I have to change the way that I eat, I had to change the way that I work out. The biggest change is now I have this relationship with my doctors and the medication program that I have to be on. I take Brilinta every day. That to me was the biggest change, because I was always the one that you came to for all the advice, for all the information, and now all of a sudden I had to relinquish that control and now listen to my doctors.
And so now
and the reason that it was so important.
Oh, excuse me, go ahead. Yeah.
The reason it was so important, I'm sorry. The reason it was so important for Bob to actually be following his doctor's advice and take that medication is because studies have shown that a major clinical trial showed that Brilinta, when taken twice a day with an aspirin, actually cuts down the risk of a second heart attack and death from that heart attack. So even though patients with it can have some bleeding and they have to be on tune with their doctor all the time, it's such an important part of the treatment of patients after a heart attack.
Well, you raise a great point, because I think when something happens of that nature, and of course it took you by such surprise, Bob, you worry, will this happen again, and how can I help prevent that?
Yeah, I mean, when I found out that I was at risk for having another heart attack in the first year, that's when I literally went, Jessica, doctors, tell me what to do. I'm going to do everything that you tell me to. And if taking my medication is important, then that's the #1 thing I'm going to do.
Right. And then we talked about you getting back to work, Bob. It takes quite a few steps to make sure that that happens in the right way, doesn't it?
Yeah. You know, I really took my time. I've gone through my recovery. That's why this is a passion project for me. This is super personal. This is what I've gone through. I mean, I put together these heart attack survivor tips on survivorshaveheart.com because this is the way that I live now, and I want people to know that life goes on after a heart attack. If you survive one, it goes on.
Well, thank you. You made a big difference today talking with us and sharing your story. And Dr. Wexelman, thank you for joining us too.